Let's see how fast we can break 100 likes on this video. You already know what to do, turn that like button blue. Yo, what's up? How's it going, everybody? My name, of course, is Dr. P, and in today's upload, we're going to be looking at the new patch, the version 15.3 patch that just dropped in Fortnite today. We've got a ton to talk about. We've got new weapons, we've got new POIs, we've got new game modes, and we have new leaks, some of which even reference an old POI from Chapter 1, and possibly even a sequel to the event we had during the time frame I'm about to reference later in this video. It's crazy, guys, and I'm just so excited to break it down. But before we do, please make sure you are following me on caffeine.tv, guys. This is the place to be if you want to win free skin gifts, or even just talk to me, or play with me, or rank up in my Discord. There are so many pros for being at the stream that I really don't know why you're not there already. Go follow right now, or I'm going to be very, very sad, much depressed. You can check it out in the description below. So to start off, I'd like to talk about the new exotic weapons in the game, the first of them being the Chug Cannon. The Chug Cannon is now the new best healing item in the game, in my opinion, as you can constantly heal yourself. The reload time is 1.1 seconds. It just kind of recharges over time too, so you're never really running out of ammo. Basically, just think of this as the shield equivalent of a bandage bazooka. Whereas the bandage bazooka gives you health, the Chug Cannon is going to give you shield. And you can also heal your teammates, which is another reason why I think it's the best healing item in the game. Now, as far as where to get this gun, you can only get it from an NPC, and that specific NPC is Remedy, which can be found either at Craggy Cliffs or just northeast of Pleasant Park. Next up, our second new weapon that was included in the update today is the Burst Quad Launcher. Now, it looks awfully similar to the normal quad launcher, which we've seen in the game before, but the main difference with this one is there are two variants, the Burst Quad Launcher and the Frozen Quad Launcher. They're both pretty similar. They both use one rocket ammunition per time you fire it, but it fires two rockets at once, so you get double the bang for your buck. That's certainly something very unique. As far as where to get this weapon, there are again two possible spots to find the NPC. The NPC you're looking for is Fishstick. You can find him either at Coral Castle or Craggy Cliffs, just kind of roaming around the general vicinity. So next up, we've got the new Mando's Bounty LTM, which is kind of a crossover between the old Wix Bounty LTM and this season. The best hunter in the galaxy wants to prove himself against you. Challenge other players to see who can score credits the fastest. Take out bounty targets for extra credits and eliminate specially marked hunters for high tier loot. When the Mandalorian enters the match, he will hunt down the player with the most credits. You can get to the top, but can you stay there? I really liked the Wix Bounty LTM, and I haven't played this one very much, like literally just a couple games, but so far, you know, it's really cool. It's nothing super groundbreaking, but it is a cool LTM, so I would recommend giving it a try if you haven't already. So check this out. When the downtime started for the update, I saw this tweet from leaker Mando on Twitter, who I featured on the channel before, who says, oddly enough, some files for the Cracked Ice Cliff, aka the monster teaser in Chapter 1 Season 8, were added back into the files. Why? No idea. But yeah, very clearly you can see in the files there that there is something that has been added for Polar Peak Athena Ice Crack Cliffs, which most likely is referencing the Polar Peak iceberg, the whole castle that we had going on there for multiple seasons, and it was a massive part of the Chapter 1 and overall Fortnite storyline. So now that we know those files were added back to the game, where does that leave us? Where do we go from here? What do we expect? I have a theory, but it all starts by me showing you this tweet Fortnite made about a week ago. Actually, they made a string of like 10 tweets in a row. They had like a transmission that was intercepted on their Twitter page. At first I thought it was unintentional and they made a mistake. After a review, it looks like it was intentional, and the reason why they updated their Twitter to have all these crazy tweets, pictures, and banners is to pretend like they had been intercepted by the bounty hunters or people escaping the loop. I'm not sure. Anyway, the specific tweet that I'm referencing here in the long line of tweets they made that day says, "They got everyone. I barely escaped. I'm I'm the only one left. Now, obviously, this is Jonesy saying that he barely escaped the loop, but apparently he might be the only one by what he's saying. When this came out a week ago, I made a video and I was wondering, okay, well, what's gonna end up getting everyone? What makes it so difficult? What makes this whole situation at the end of the season so disastrous? Well, it might very well be Polar Peak returning, the Cattus returning, the Cattus coming back, and then the Cattus having another showdown with the robot and actually winning this time. The Polar Peak monster was definitely very strong. We saw that during the final showdown event with the robot, and it looked like the robot was going to lose on multiple occasions. I mean, it just looked like it was really overwhelmed. Somehow, the robot won, in large part thanks to Singularity's sword that he pulled out of Neo Tilted. But if Neo Tilted isn't really in the game anymore, that means that maybe Singularity's sword isn't on the map, and that would not allow the robot to beat the Cattus. But then again, we kind of do have a version of Tilted on the map. It's called Salty Towers, but that was Neo Tilted that actually had the sword. See, this is literally messing with my brain because there's about 100 ways this thing could twist. Not really sure what's going on, but I do know that Donald Mustard has said many times that everything is connected and that it's all going to come full circle. That's a fact. We know that he has said that, and with the return of the Polar Peak monster and Cliff Files into the game with this update, why else could they be putting that in? I'd say there's a chance that it could mean nothing, but I'd also say that based off of everything that we know about Epic and how they tease and troll and try and lead us on, I'd say there's a solid chance that it was on purpose and they're trying to hint at us. If that's the case, which I think it very well may be, then what else is gonna come back? What else is gonna happen? Is it like we're gonna go in reverse in some way? That's exactly the theory that Fortnite Intel has, and it's a crazy one, but it's a pretty dang good one, especially knowing how trolly Donald Mustard is. So the theory goes like this. Number one, Donald Mustard is a huge fan of the Netflix show Dark. Number two, the famous "It's All Connected" tweet that I mentioned earlier in this video. And number three, the opening quote in Dark, which goes like this: "We trust that time is linear, that it proceeds eternally, uniformly, into infinity, but the distinction between past, present, and future is nothing but an illusion. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow are not consecutive, they are connected in a never-ending circle. Everything is connected." That's pretty dang interesting if I do say so myself. It's saying that today, tomorrow, yesterday, it doesn't matter. It's not chronological, but it's all connected, and you can visit any of those points at any given time, which we've definitely noticed throughout Fortnite's history with different variations of places coming back. Like, just for example, in the gameplay right here, I'm very close to Dusted Depot, which is a variation on Dusty Depot. That came back. The monster in Polar Peak look like they're coming back. What else could be coming back? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.